Hi boys and girls, this is Mrs. Zarate and I'm so glad you're joining me today for our drawing video. And today we're going to be drawing two cats sitting in a box. And the reason why we're drawing cats is because our letter this week is the letter C. Okay, so today you're going to need your My Kindergarten Drawings book. You're going to need your crayons and an eraser and your pencil. First thing we're going to do is turn our page to an empty page. Oh no, kindergarten drawing book is getting filled up. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, find a blank page in your drawing book. And we are first going to draw the box that the kittens are in. And we're going to draw a big rectangle. So we're going to start on the left side here and we're going to draw a straight line down, a line across, then a line down. Then we're going to draw a line at the bottom to connect those other two lines. And we should have a rectangle. Okay, now I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And we're going to be putting our two kittens, or two cats, right here above the box. And it's going to look like they're coming out of the box, just their heads peeking out. So I'm zooming in and I'm going just above the box. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do two circles for the cat's heads. So we're going to do a circle on the right side and then a circle on the left side. And we don't want our circle to touch the green line. It's going to just come next to it. So we're going to do our circle. And see how I'm just barely touching. And just do your best on your circle. There you go. All right, we have one circle, and then on this side, we're going to do another circle. Let's do another circle on this side. Now, if you don't like your circle, you can always erase it and fix it. Okay, so now we have our two circles. That's for their heads. And the next thing we're going to do is the paws of the kittens. Their paws are touching the edge of the box. So we're going to do, we'll start with the left paw. Let me zoom in just a little bit more here. And we're going to put two paws on either side of the head. So we're going to do one paw on this side. And what we're going to do first is do kind of a sad smile. So watch me first, and then I'll go back over it and you can do yours. See how I'm doing a sad smile right there? Sad smile. Okay, and then I'm going to do another one over here. Okay, then what I want you to do after you do your sad smile, if you have box lines that are underneath the paws here, I want you to get your eraser and we're going to erase those box lines because we want it to look like the kittens are coming up out of the box and his paws will be covering the edge of the box. So see how I erased that line there? Let's do another erase here. Whoops. Okay. Now I'm going to do the little toes for the cat's paws on each side. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 lines that are coming in. So we're gonna do one paw. So we're gonna come down, then back in, one, then down, around and back inside, and down, around and back up again. You should have 3 little paws right here. Toes, I'm sorry, 3 little toes. Same thing, we're gonna come 1, 2, 3. Actually, I'm gonna fix this one. I'm not super happy with it. So we made 3 little humps, 3 little lines. 1, 2, 3. There, I'm a little happier with that one now. Okay, so now I have the paws for the left kitty. Now I'm going to do the paws for the right kitty. All right, same thing. We're going to do a frowny face on one side. Frowny. Same thing, another frown. And then get your eraser. Erase the lines from the box. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do 3 little humps, 3 lines that go in and out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you can see how I was going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's how I made those. Okay. Now I have the kitties' paws all finished. I'm going to zoom back out and you can see it's starting to look like something is in the box. Very exciting. Okay, next we're going to make the kitty's tail. So let's zoom in again. And we're going to do his tail coming up over here on this side. So we're going to draw a kind of a curved line out of the box, up and to the right. So we're going to go up and this way to the right. So we'll do one line coming up. Then we're going to make a little bit of a sad mouth when we're coming down. And then we're going to come back down with our line. There we go. So now we have one tail. Now I'm going to move my paper over and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to make the other kitty's tail. So we're going to draw up and to the left. So draw your line up. Come back like you're making a little frowny face and then come back down. Oh, I made that tail so long. That kitty has a long tail, doesn't it? Okay, so now we have the tails. Now we have to do the face of the kitty. So let's do the left kitty's face first. Let me zoom in. And we'll do the left kitty first. There we go. All right, let me zoom back out just a little bit. Thank you for being so patient, friends. I'm trying to get it all set up. Okay, so now I am zoomed in on Kitty. And we're gonna make the ears next. And the ears are gonna be triangles, kind of rounded triangles on the head. So if I start here on the right, I'm gonna do one ear. I'm gonna come up, make a point, and come back down. Oh, I made that so big. I'm gonna make that a little smaller, I think. We don't want the kitty's ears to be that big, I don't think. Okay, so I'm erasing. You're gonna come up, come down a little bit with my pencil and do the same thing and meet this part right here. So come up. There we go. That looks much better. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to come round it up, and we're going to come back up from this side. Move your pencil down, and then we're going to come up like that. So little triangles for Kitty's head. All right, and then let's see. This kitty is going to be, whoops, hit my camera. This kitty is going to be sleeping, so the eyes are not going to be completely open. So what we're going to do for the eyes is make little smiley face eyes, so it looks like eyes are closed. So we're going to do one smiley face, second smiley face for the eyes, and it looks like Kitty is sleeping. Then we're going to make the triangle nose. It's going to be an upside down triangle. So the longer part's going to be at the top. So we'll do a line across like this. Then we're going to come down to a point and make your triangle. Then we're going to do the mouth, and it's going to be one line coming up, smiley face, one line coming up here, smiley face. So watch me and then you can do yours. Down, then back up. And then from the nose again, down and back up. So when you do yours, it's down from the nose, and then the smiley face up. Down from the nose, smiley face up. Now you have your smile for the kitty. And last but not least on this one, we're going to do the whiskers coming out of the kitty's cheeks. So we're going to do 3 whiskers. So 3 lines from the middle of the cheek here. So it's going to go up, then back down a little bit. Go up and back down. Up and back down. Up and back down. So 1 set of whiskers. Now let's do the other side in the middle of the cheek. I'm going to go up and back down. Up and back down. Up and back down. Okay, now we have the other whiskers on the kitty, and we can do the other cat, the other kitty on that side. All right, this one is going to have open eyes, but let's do the ears first. Let's do the triangle ears on the top, not quite to the side, not quite to the top, in the middle here. Between that. So we're going to come up and out, come down a little bit, the same thing, up, make the ear. We're going to come over this on this side and do the other ear. Come down a little bit. Ear like that. That one's ears are a little pointier. Higher up. Now we're going to do the eyes. We're going to do 2 frowny faces first. 1, 2. Then we're underneath going to do 2 smiley faces, and that's going to be the eyes. 1, 2. So 2 smiley faces. Then inside, we're going to make a very thin oval for the eyes inside. 1, 2. Okay, then let's do the triangle nose. Remember, it's an upside down triangle. So we're going to go across. Then 1 line down and another line down. There's the triangle nose. And then we're going to do the mouth coming down from the triangle nose. We're going to go down, then smiley face back up, down, smiley face back up. Okay, now we can do the whiskers. So in the middle of the cheek, we'll do 3. So we're going to go up, then back down, up, back down, up, back down, up, back down. Other side. Up, back down, up, back down, up, back down. All right, now we did the other side of his whiskers. And that is everything we're going to do with the pencil. So we have both kittens. And next we get to color our kittens. Oh, it's so exciting. We get to color them now and make them beautiful. Okay, so in our picture today, this is what I'm going to do. Now, you can color your kitten any color you would like to. It's your art. This is what I'm going to show you how to do. An orange kitty with some brown stripes and white. And I'm going to do a black and white kitty. So you can still do yours any colors you want. But first thing we're going to do, we're going to outline with either black or brown. So I'm going to do the kitty on this side, I'm going to outline black. The kitty on this side, I'm going to outline brown. So first I'm going to get my black crayon and I'm going to outline this kitty. So I'm going to do ears, do the circle for his head, and do eyes, and then I can do the little oval inside for his eye. Okay, I'm going to outline nose. Then I'm going to do the whiskers black. His tail. And his paws. So you can outline this one. Now, if you want to do this cat a whole different color, you can outline whatever color you would like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline, then I'm going to color it in. Now, normally I wouldn't do it that way, but I want to do each cat separately. So let's zoom in, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to be shading just parts of this one to do a black and white cat. So I'm going to do his tail first, and I'm starting on this side, and I'm just going to lightly, let me press a little harder on my lines for his tail. I'm going to lightly shade in his tail. So I'm not pressing down very hard, and see how it didn't make it really, really dark? So you can do that. Then on his ear, I'm going to just shade darker near his head. So I'm going to press shade, I'm going to press just a little darker towards his head. Then as I get closer to the pointy part, I'm going to start picking up my crayon so it's not pressing very hard. It's a little lighter. Now, can you see how I did that? Or you can go back over just the part near his head and shade a little bit, but see how it's darker here and a little lighter on this side. So you can try that. That's a good trick. It's a good technique to help us make our art look realistic. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but I'm going to start on this side of his ear, and I'm going to press harder on the right side. And as I get closer to the other side of his ear, I'm not going to press as hard. And I'm just going to shade, and I'm going to leave quite a bit of it white. So I didn't even finish shading that whole part. Okay, now I'm going to kind of do the same thing on his face. But first, before we do the rest of his face, I'm going to get some blue for the eyes because I want my kitty to have blue eyes. Now you can decide what color you want to do kitty's eyes, but I'm going to do mine blue. Usually cat's eyes are blue or green colored with maybe a little bit of brown mixed in. Sometimes they can be brown. So I did my eyes a little bit blue. And so I'm going to be shading in around the outside of the circle. and coming in, and the part near his nose and around his mouth is going to be more white. So I'm going to, around here, I'm going to press a little hard, and then I'm not going to press as hard as I get closer. And you can hear my dog in the background chewing on her bone. So I'm shading around. And then some areas I'm adding more shading. So start out, don't press too hard starting out, and then you can always go back over it. Same thing, I'm going to start at the edge of the circle, and I'm going to come down, and I'm not pressing as hard. So towards his eyes, I'm barely touching the paper with my crayon. So press harder, and as you're moving closer to the eyes, pick up your crayon a little more and don't press as hard. And that can make it look a little bit more three-dimensional. Okay, and then I don't really have much color here. And you can decide if you want to add more color and you want this to come all the way around, you can. There you go. And then I'm going to leave his paws white, or maybe just a little bit of shading here towards the top of his paws coming down. There we go. Great. Okay, and then I want to make his nose pink. So I'm going to get my pink crayon, and I'm going to fill in his little triangle nose there pink. Beautiful. Okay, now let's go over to the other kitty. And this one I'm going to do outline brown. And then I'm also going to get some, like a light orange color to go along with it. But you can decide what you want to do. If you want to do gray cat, you can. Black cat, all black. If you want to do dots, polka dots, spots on it, you can make your color, your cat's rainbow. Really, it's your art, so you can use your imagination and color it whatever you would like. But this is, I wanted to show you some fun ways to make them look a little bit more realistic. So I'm going to outline brown first, just like I did with the black cat, black and white cat. So I'm going to zoom in, and I'm outlining with my brown. Tail. Do his, whoops, do his paws. And ears. Now I'm going to go around the circle for his face, his eyes, mouth, his triangle nose, and then the whiskers. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with the brown and the orange is I'm going to do a little squiggly line of one color, then a little bit of squiggly line with another color. So on his ears, I'm going to do a little bit of a squiggle coming up at the top of his ear. Then at the bottom of the ear, I'm going to do a little bit of orange squiggle. So I'm kind of just going back and forth, doing little squiggly stripes. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Squiggle back and forth as I'm going up the ear. Brown. And some orange. And I'm going to do the same thing on his face. Then you can really see how I'm doing that. So So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start where the outside of the circle is, and I'm going to squiggle my lines, and I'm kind of shading, but I'm pressing a little hard, and I'm going back and forth as I come closer to eyes. So I'm doing orange. Then I'm going to leave a little space, and I'm going to do brown. Brown. Orange. Brown. Squiggle coming down. Then orange. And brown. Same thing. I'm going to go actually not do anything under. I might actually just color, just lightly shade the whole face underneath, just very lightly. Do orange there on the bottom. Same thing, I'm going to do brown, squiggle, whoops, just a little bit. Then orange. Brown. So I'm making a pattern. Brown, orange, brown, orange, brown, orange. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the tail. I'm going to alternate. So the brown is going to come first. I'm going to do the brown first. I'm going to leave the tip of his tail white. So I'm going to do brown coming this way. Then from the other side, I'm going to do the orange. Okay, then brown from this side, from the right. Then orange. Then brown. Then orange. Now, if you want to make some parts, if you want to make it a brighter orange, you can. Let me see if I have a little bit of a darker orange here. Maybe a little bit. This one's a little bit brighter. I think I like this one a little bit more. So I'm going to go back over some of my lines there that I already did with a darker color. Now you could do the same thing if you want with other colors. You could do gray and pink. You could do anything you would like. It's your art. Okay, let's zoom back out and let's see how they look so far. Oh, very cute kitties. Okay, now I'm gonna color the box that they're in. So you can choose whatever color you would like for your box. I was thinking, oops, you know what I forgot? I forgot to color this kitty's nose. So I'm gonna get my pink crayon and color the orange and brown kitty's nose. And I'm gonna do the box. I'm not sure what color I want to do on my box. I think I wanna do blue or green. So let me find a good color here. I kinda like this blue. Now you can do whatever color you would like. I'm gonna do this blue. I think it would be beautiful. So I'm gonna outline. This is sort of a grayish blue. I'm gonna outline my box. They are in a big box, aren't they? I'm gonna outline my box. Then I'm going to shade it in. So I'm going to lightly color in my box. right? Now, when you're shading in, I sometimes need to turn my paper a little bit. So if you need to turn your paper, sometimes it helps you get a better angle when you're shading or coloring. Like I said, this is your art, so you can choose the colors. I'm not loving this box color. I might actually go over it again with a different color. I'm not sure. Not too bad. I think I might fill in a little bit from the other direction. So I'm doing some lines in a different direction, and it'll fill some of my white space up a little bit more. All right. Now, it's up to you if you don't want to do this, but I'm going to put some color around my box, and I'm going to put a ground underneath him, like they're on the ground here. So if you want to do some grass or a ground line, I'm going to do that real quick, but you don't have to do this. If you're running out of time and you want to, you can just leave it the way it is. If you would like to add this touch, we are going to, just on either side of the box, do a grass line so it looks like it's not just floating in the sky. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly shade it in. Let me turn my paper, lightly shading it in. Now, since if you decide to do grass, you can have some white showing. It can be kind of a little more scribbly, so it looks more like grass. You could even have little pieces of grass coming up here. You could have grass lines. These are little V's, so if you want to do that, you can. So it looks like real grass underneath the cats. If you want ground instead, you can do brown, you could do gray, like if it was on a sidewalk. Your choice. And then I think I'm gonna do a blue around the outside here. So it looks like they're up in, the sky is around them. I'm gonna do blue next. I'm getting my blue. I think I'm gonna do more of a light blue, a brighter blue. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, that's good. All right, so I'm gonna shade around. All around. And like I said, you don't have to do this. This is only if you want to. I'm gonna go around kitty, around the tail. Try not to get any blue on it. Now I'm just gonna stop right here, just almost to the very top. I'm gonna come back around. Around kitty. And I'm coming around. Try to, you might have to slow down a little bit around the cat. That's okay if you have to. So I'm barely pressing down. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to finish up. The shading. And then if you want, you can sign your name at the bottom corner because it's your art. So I'm going to put Mrs. Zarate. And you can put your name on yours. And we are all finished with our kittens or cats in the box. I hope you had fun with me today. I had a great time, and I think our kittens look adorable. I think I would love to adopt a kitten like that. How about you? All right, I'll see you next time for our next drawing video. Bye-bye.